Okay. Listen, I don't know, man. I don't know. Tony, already, I'm going to call you in from the bullpen. I'm going to need a lot of assistance today, not just a little. I'm talking about everybody involved on the comments line. I need Tony. I need you guys. I need Winks. I need Dom. I need Rags. I need all my guys. Sweet Mad Hatter, Leah Phillips, Stevie B, all you guys. Okay, so I got to try to piece myself back together, man. I just came off a 3-day run at Golden Gate Park with the Dead and Trey Anastasio and Sturgill Simpson and San Francisco at its very, very best. I tell you, there's so much to say about the weekend. We're going to hit the Giants in New York, too, on to Pittsburgh, Verlander on the hill. Yes, of course, all of that, too. But I'm on cloud 9, man. Or if there's a cloud 10, I'm on cloud 10 because what just happened in San Francisco was pretty damn amazing. I got to say, celebrating the Grateful Dead's 60th anniversary, bringing in all these luminaries, Sturgill Simpson on Saturday, Billy Strings on Friday, yesterday, Trey Anastasio, good Lord. I just feel really fortunate to be there, to have been there, and surrounded by, I think, just the coolest people in the city of San Francisco and people from all over the country. I talked to people from North Carolina. I talked to people from Georgia. I talked to people from Colorado, on and on and on. People traveled from all over the place for this gig. Oregon, had a guy from Oregon with me last night. Just amazing stuff. I know a lot of you guys from the PMP community were there. I don't know if you guys are in as rough a shape as I am right now, but we're going to get through this, Tony. I'm on fumes, Holmes. How are you doing? Let me just check in with my guy over there first, clad in black, the man in black. Shout out Johnny Cash and shout out Creative Tony. Tony, talk to me, help me, save me.
Pelican fly, come on, Pelican.
Tony, let me tell you right now, that's what I'm looking for from you today. I need a lot of that kind of stuff, dude. Keep it coming.
Oh, good for you.
A little more Scarface. I could use some more Pacino. Whatever you got.
So say good night to the bad guy.
Give me another Pelican. I need another Pelican just for my head.
Fly, come on, Pelican.
Dude, that was me last night. I was a pelican flying around that joint. I might as well have been. Listen, we're going to try to get through today. It's going to be a little rough and rugged around the edges, crispy, if you will. I know that a few of you from our scene here, the PMP community, were out and about last night, and I did see a few of you. Tony, let me make a blanket statement first, and then I want to get into Longbridge Pizza because I did hang with my main man, Neil Denardi, yesterday. So I never got to see Patty. I never got to see Dom. But here's the thing. I've learned this over whatever it's been, 40, 35 years of seeing Dead shows. You really, and Tony, you know this. Yep. You can't try to make something happen in that scene. You can't control the scene. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But when you go looking for people, hey, I'm by the flagpole. There's a guy with a straw hat on and a yellow blanket. You'll see me. No, you won't. No, you won't. It's too chaotic. And it was a love fest, but I never got to see certain people. But I did see Bonnie. Shout out Scarlet Fire. Let me start with her. This is a great example of when it's meant to be, it's meant to be. This is night one. This is Friday. I was sitting on the ground, Tony. We laid out a couple blankets, my buddy Drutzy and I. And I was sitting there. I think it was after Billy Strings, before the Dead started. And I just happened to look up, and there's Bonnie walking right past me. I go, hey, Bonnie. And I was sitting down, so she couldn't see me. She stopped in her tracks, and she was looking. And I had a guy in front of me, and I was like, I'm over here. So anyway, I got to see Bonnie. I did get to see Neil Denardi yesterday, which was phenomenal. Triple E, dude, our old friend Triple E was in the house. But Tony, you understand what I'm saying? You can't dictate terms to the scene. The scene dictates the terms. There's 100%. Nobody in charge. You know what I'm saying?
100%, Paulie. And also, it helps to know that people are in the house, and you just know that they're having a good time. So it's like, as long as you know that they're in the house, and I don't see them, right? Then I know that they're having a good time.
Yeah. Right. Tony, real quick, just a tiny pause in your thing here. Marky Gravy Grave says, yeah, I'm standing next to the guy wearing a tie-dye shirt. Totally, bro. Exactly. Oh, no problem. I see you. And Tony, do me a favor. It might be because I'm about this close to going completely 100% deaf. Can you boost your mic a little bit for me? A tiny bit?
Maybe a tiny bit, buddy, but I don't want to overpower it because I've been listening back to our old shows, and sometimes it gets overpowered a little bit.
I feel maybe it is my deafness. I don't know, but I'm having I don't know what's going on today, man.
Also, dude, Paulie, we can go to the chat too if they feel like our levels are this instead of this. Just holler in the chat.
I'm looking for this. Bam. Yeah. I'm looking for like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's maybe not the right gesture. How about this? I'm looking for that. I'm looking for this. Not this. Yeah.
And Paulie, just so you know, while this FOMO-sexual was hanging out all weekend in Tahoe with all the other FOMO-sexuals that were like kept talking and checking set lists, and while we're watching youth baseball, I'm watching youth baseball and checking set lists. Like, dude, it was crazy, man.
Well, I tried to, Tony. I let me say this too. I want to shout you out. I also want to shout out my friend Winks. What's up, Winks? I've missed you so much, man. And my friend Brian from New Jersey. He wanted to come out too, and he couldn't do it. Tony, it's you, it's Winks. It's my friend Brian, the people that couldn't make it to the gigs. Hang on 1 second while I cough up a lung. Oh, by the way, don't think I didn't drill a butt on Saturday night, too. Had to drill. Yeah, had to drill a butt. Might as well drill a butt. Who's got a butt? Yeah, let me smoke one of those. That's always good for it. It's always a good move. But I did. I missed you, Tony. I missed you a lot. And I tried to feed you like updates and videos. Did I do a good job? Because I wasn't hearing from you, but I'm like, I hope he's getting these because I tried to connect you in any way I could. Winks, too. I was trying to connect you, Winks, to the moment, man.
Did a tremendous job, man. And especially because on Sunday with my guy Trey in town, and you know, there is a special connection between Trey and Bobby, dude. There's just,
you think? I mean, Jesus H.
Thing that we've watched for years and years and years. And he, Trey had that with Phil as well. And I love Trey's just admiration and respect for the entire Grateful Dead thing. I just love, he doesn't try and outdo it. He doesn't try and he just knows his role. And he comes, like, what was that wrestler? Know your role and shut your mouth. Like, that's Trey, basically, when he's given an assignment, anything Dead related. So, Paulie, I thank you very much for the videos. I got some other texts from Dom, too. Thank you very much, man, because I was living vicariously while I'm in Tahoe watching 5 games of youth baseball. And I'm getting balk calls and I'm getting, whatever, just so, and watching aggro coaches being way too just, hey guys, they're 11, not the coaches of our team. The coaches of our team did a great job. And it was awesome for me too. I didn't coach this weekend. I just sat by and watched, which was a rare perspective for me, but enjoyable because sipping beers during the game, which I'm not allowed to do when I coach. So it was wonderful. But definitely could just, if I could transfer myself back, if I had a helicopter, I could have gone back and forth to each show, but I don't.
I'd like to shout out Mayor Lurie of San Francisco, too. The fact that he welcomed this scene with open arms. In fact, he introduced the band night one. The Mayor Lurie came on stage with a Dead shirt on. It was like, hey, I want to welcome everybody to San Francisco. And I like the fact that the Grateful Dead have reached the point now. I mean, it's been 60 goddamn years that they are now being respected as the American institution and that they are. And that goes from politicians like Mayor Lurie to all of us out in the audience. And last night, Tony, all of the band's children introduced the show. Billy Kreutzmann's son, Mickey Hart's daughter, Trixie Garcia, Bobby's daughters, Chloe, and I think Monet is the other girl's name. It was a family affair, man. And Tony, the love, I haven't felt a vibe like that. It was very old school San Francisco, the kind of vibe that I was feeling, man.
I kind of liked that night one was fogged over and day 2 was kind of a combo. And then day 3, just beautiful clear blue sky, man. And by the way, was Billy in the house, like on side stage or anything? Do you know?
Not. He was the missing man. Yeah, he was, although his son was there, like Justin was there. By the way, Arkansas Dave, you're so welcome, brother. I'm glad you liked the post. I was just trying to give everybody a piece of the environment, the feeling that we had. Tony, when I say kind of old school San Francisco, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way the city felt back in the day is kind of what the vibe was like this weekend. There was no BS. Everybody was at their best. I mean, the behavior was the best, and the band, the music. Good Lord, dude! Can we let's do this? Why don't we do a Longbridge Pizza spot? Because this is also going to tie into the show. And I will talk a little Mets, although I do need some help because I didn't see a lot of giant baseball this weekend. I was literally out on Mars.
Hey, dude, all you need to know, Paulie, is Devers came to play. Robbie Ray came to play.
I saw his 3-run bomb in the 3rd, I think it was yesterday, before I went back into the city. Yeah, I saw that. Tell me more.
Dude, and Wizenhunt came to play yesterday. Like, hey, taking 2 out of 3 in New York is not an easy thing to do. And doing that, I'll take it all damn long. I want to tip my cap to Sons of Johnny LeMaster. He was in the house on the Finnerty's bus. And he also he posted that he's 10-2 at Giants games this year. So we need to get Suns to more Giants games and maybe they'll make up some ground. But dude, going to New York and getting 2 out of 3, I'll take it all damn long. I had a great conversation with Darren Chan over the weekend too. that we can get into later in the show, because he was giving me some updates kind of like behind the scenes. And
is that before or after they kicked them out of the studio at the ballpark? Is that before?
Dude, he told me that on the phone over the weekend. He goes, "Oh, and by the way, the Giants just kicked us out of the bunker." So
let the good times roll, man. Yeah, thanks for looking up over there. Hey, Lily's a super. Throw Lily up there. One of our greats, our great supporters. Tony, go ahead and read this. She's talking to you, my brother, and I need a rest. I need a rest.
Yeah, Paulie, take a breather. I'll explain this real quick.
Thank
Lily Merchant, thank you for the super. Yes. She says, at Tony, I heard on Friday about your family drugstore in the Excelsior. Is it on Santa Rosa and Mission? I grew up on Alamany off Santa Rosa. Lily, yes, it's on the corner of Santa Rosa and Mission. It was called Central Drugstore. My grandmother and grandfather took it over in, I think, 1965. And my mom and her 6 siblings all worked there. And my uncle was the lead pharmacist. Shout out Jerry Tonelli. And then he finally got to the point where he's like, it's time to retire. And then, it was tough to keep hanging with the CVS's and the Walmarts and the Walgreens and also Amazon. Now, once Amazon got into drug to the pharmacy.
Is there anything Amazon doesn't control at this point? I think they're in charge of our show as well. Last time I checked, yeah.
Oh, and by the way, hey, let's spend $50 million on one day for a wedding. But let's don't get me started.
No, don't get me started either. The vibes are too good. I don't want to think about freaking
right, exactly.
walking around with the chick with the big lips. I don't need it right now. You know what I mean? I'm trying to stay focused. Yeah. And by the way, stop doing the lip implants, ladies and men. Whoever's doing that, it looks terrible, bro. Your lips are your lips. Let them be. Because you throw those balloons in there, you look nuts. You just look crazy.
Can we all just age gracefully? Look at
weird. Dude, throw on your cowboy hat, get one of those capes on. Bobby was in full prospector mode. I got my gear on, y'all. Let me pull up my sleeves.
How about Bobby's wife aging gracefully, letting the gray streaks go in the hair, just letting age happen? It's always going to be undefeated. You will not defeat aging.
You're talking about Bobby's beautiful wife, Natasha. That's the woman I spilled the drink on at the after. Yeah, there's Natasha right there between Trey and Bobby. Look at Bobby. Hurry up and snap that picture, y'all. I don't have all day. Those are Bobby's daughters.
Look at the face on Bobby, by the way. No smile, just like.
I am smiling, y'all. Hurry up and snap it. Yeah, dude. Well, that's Natasha. That was the woman I spilled the drink on after the Festival Express party at the Great American. Sorry, Natasha. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Scarlet Fire, you are on the money. We are lucky to get old, right? If you're lucky to be around to get old, embrace it and enjoy it. Don't try and fight it. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Great call, Scarlet Fire. I'd love to see that in the chat, Paulie. And also Lily, thank you for the super. Yes, we closed the drugstore a couple weeks ago. Very bittersweet, very emotional. The city of San Francisco actually honored my Uncle Jerry and gave them some sort of recognition. And also they named the street, the section of Mission Street right out in front of the pharmacy after my grandmother, Elsie Tonelli. So now that's Elsie Tonelli Way, right in front of the pharmacy. So thank you for asking, Lily. And Paulie, now your break is over. You're back.
I need a longer break if I could. Could we extend this break? Because I'm out of gas, dude. I'm winded. Just doing the show, I'm winded.
Hold on, Paulie. I'll give you this. How about Devers 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs, dude? 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Ramos 2 for 4 with 1 RBI. Okay, we got Adames. He had 2 Ks, 0 for 5. Fine. We're gonna. But we got Jung-Hoo Lee 4 for 4. Paulie, he had a hell of a weekend in the Bronx, not the Bronx, excuse me, in Queens. And then Patrick Bailey, what was he? 1 for 5. Okay, but Jung-Hoo, Devers, they brought the noise, and also your boy Wisenhunt, Paulie. 3 hits, 2 runs, and 5 in the 3rd innings. I'll take that all day. So
you know what? Wisenhunt is my boy. I think he's a North Carolina kid. I think, and by the way, we got good luck with kids from North Carolina. Shout out Madison Bumgarner. He's another one in that lineage from NC. Tony, I got to say, my only kind of theory that maybe the Giants performed so well in New York. Watch this transition. You ready for a money transition? Here it comes. I'm going to telegraph my punches. The reason, Tony. The reason to work with me, this is what I'm going with. The reason that the Giants performed so well in New York City is because of the outstanding pizza that they have in San Francisco. Now, if the Giants would be good enough to just kind of head right down the street from their ballpark and stop in Longbridge Pizza, perhaps they'd be playing better at home. Let's talk Longbridge Pizza, Tony. And I want to sing the praises of my main man, Neil Denardi. And let me just tell you a couple things. This is the head honcho down at Longbridge. He runs the joint. If you haven't met him yet, He's just a great dude. He's been supporting the show. He was the first to step up and say, I want to sponsor the Polymath Particle Show. Thank you so much, Neil. So let me tell you how much of a pro Neil Denardi is, Tony. I mentioned a few minutes ago about how, there he is. Yeah, that's yesterday before the show. Look at that day. Are you effing kidding me, dude? Are you effing kidding me? Spectacular day in the park. Sarah, I felt so proud of San Francisco yesterday for all the people that were coming in, and they were just kind of blown away by the atmosphere, by the beauty of Golden Gate Park. It was just this really special thing. But Neil, like, unlike everybody else, like, yeah, I'm by the guy with the tie-dye. You'll see he's got like a bear on his shirt. Yeah, I'm like right there. I'm like, dude, how am I going to find you? There's like 8,000 freaking million people wearing tie-dye. This is what Neil said to me. Neil shoots me a text. Ready for this? He goes, hey, Paulie, I'm by the windmill. They had a windmill set up in the crowd with a steal your face on it. That was like the what do you call the levers of a windmill? I don't even know. The arms of the windmill, whatever. They were spinning, and the structure that supported the windmill had the dancing bears on them, and they were all different colors. Neil goes, hey, Paulie, I'm at the windmill by the yellow bear. Done. Nice. Here I come. And I found him, like, no problem. Bam. And there he is. And I complimented him. I'm like, bro, you are a pro of the scene. You're a veteran because you know how to give good identifiable, kind of markers for me to find you. So I did. And Neil, great to hang with you before the show. I'm sure he had a great time. We all had a great time. And then there is his life's work, which is providing the best pizza in San Francisco for everybody. Come on in. Come one, come all. Now, Neil has the day off down at LBP. Can I take the day off with you too, Neil? Because I'm ready. I'm ready to take like one of those 6-hour power naps, man. And Neil deserves it. You go ahead and rest up today, Holmes. 2347 3rd Street, the laid back vibe, the serious pizza. We talk about it all the time. Neil is a South City product, and he kind of wears that on his sleeve with his hospitality, with his attention to detail, and with his kind of concern, Tony, for making sure that everybody is well fed and comfortable in his restaurant. Join the Vibe Tribe, man. You'll see what we're talking about. Get on down there. Enjoy the sourdough crust. Enjoy these specialty sandwiches on Wednesdays, whether we're talking about the chopped cheese, which is money, or we're talking about Polymax chicken parm, which I freaking love. And then there's the pizzas. In fact, Patty from Napa, after the show Saturday, she sent pictures. She's like, I just hit Longbridge. And she was sending pictures of her pizzas that looked damn good. I would have paid like $100 for one of those slices. I was so hungry on Saturday, by the way, Patty. Anyway,
can you imagine if Neil set up in like on Shakedown? He would crush it.
He would have made like $300,000 in one day because you got a lot of hungry hippies wandering around, man. I'll tell you, you had 70,000 starving hippies. I heard their crowds were at 70 grand each day. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what I heard.
Incredible. By the way, Paulie, I also wanted to remind people happening this week at Chase Center, the Lumineers are playing tomorrow night at Chase. If you're going to the show, go to Longbridge beforehand and get some sustenance in your gut. Gets a nice pizza, get a nice beer, or you got the Valkyries hosting the Aces at Chase Center on Wednesday at 7 p.m. If you're going to that game, go to Longbridge beforehand. Then you got the Harmonic Jam at Harmonic Brewing at Thrive City on Friday. Then you got the Giants hosting the Washington Nationals all weekend long. So if you're going to any of that stuff, go to Longbridge Pizza beforehand or after. And then also they can wrap up the gabagool sandwich or the chicken parm sandwich for you and bring it to the yard as well, too. Okay. So again, 2347 3rd Street, Paulie. And then I still have the picture up of Neil just because I want to soak in the goodness of Neil. But thank you. Thank you very much, Neil. And thank you very much, Andrew. I talked to Andrew over the weekend. I think he got down to the shows because he was up in Tahoe. So, and last thing, Paulie, I want to share this too. Because remember Steve Bisecchio, he gave us the recipe for his China Cat sunflower pizza. Well, there is the finished product.
Well, I got one question for you. What time can I come over and eat some of that with you? Look at the mozzarella on that. Damn, bro.
Yeah, dude, look at that. And also, that is using Neil Denardi's dough at Longbridge Pizza, the sourdough dough that you can buy at Longbridge Pizza. If you want to make the pizzas yourself, you can do that as well.
I'm really not only serious, I'm not kidding at all. Tony and I need to know what time and where and when are you having us over to eat one of these Stevie B pies? That looks really good, brother. Compliments. Is that basil? Yeah, chopped basil in there?
And sunflower seeds, dude. Sunflower seeds are on there too. He says, dude, Steve's just checking in. We take our pizza very seriously. Shout out to the green onion reminder. Shout out to Dom Peralta. That's awesome.
Hey, respect, Stevie B. Respect. I can tell you're a craftsman, bro. I can see it on the picture there.
Oh, and by the way, Paulie, I saw Los D in the chat. What's up, Los? Hope you had a great weekend, brother. He says to hit the like button on YouTube. And I hate to say this, but it does help the algorithm. So everybody listening, everybody watching, when you're watching, click the like button, or sorry, Paulie, smash the like button, and it helps the algorithm. It helps us just kind of spread the word more about what we're doing here on Polymax Particles. So carry on, Paulie.
Couple of quick things. Here's a quick riff from my buddy Jeff Winkler, one of my great Jersey boy friends. He just threw this out there. He goes, "You guys had a lot of hungry hippies wandering around the polo grounds of the polo field." And he goes, "I got a new game for you. Remember that old game in the 80s when we were growing up? It was called Hungry Hippos.
Yeah,
and you had the little lever. You try to eat the thing. Winks goes, you put a Longbridge Pizza in the middle. You get a new game. It's called Hungry. You got Wookiees like reaching out for the pizza, trying to grab the pizza. I like it, Winks. I'm on board with that idea. Let's trademark that as Hungry Hippies. We'll sell it at the next show. Tony, do I talk? Because, I mean, I think we should do like a long mailbag today because there's so many memories and moments from the weekend.
Also, I do want to do a mailbag, Polly, because I got some pics from the Primus show over the weekend from David Shanklin and Stevie B, who were both at Primus. I got No Stinking Badges, a.k.a. Greg, who was at the Den Company shows. He shared some pictures. Also, we'll probably do this. We'll do this on Wednesday night's Night Flight. But, dude, Pine Needle sent in songs for the Tony One Glove theme. He made some music, and I'm going to forward them to you today, Polly. He made like 5 different versions of a tune. He's like, yeah, I was just messing around over the weekend, and he made some music too. So we'll share that with the PMP audience on Wednesday night's Night Flight. And yeah, we can share as many pictures as you want, Paulie, because we can rejoice, dude. Giants win 2 out of 3 in New York, and Dead Company had a magical weekend at the park. And we lost in the semis. Not that anybody cares, but I was up in Tahoe and we lost in the semis. Great run by the kids, and a really fun weekend for my son and our family. So really good stuff. Although the FOMO was real. The FOMO was real, dude.
I gotta say, it was the first time I had ever seen Billy Strings. It was the first time I had ever seen Sturgill Simpson, and everybody came to play. Like everybody was all businesses on stage and like just knocking it out of the freaking park. Night one, I think the highlight of the show, pretty unanimously, night one was Billy Strings coming out, which was kind of the theme for the weekend. The opening set or the opening artist would join the Dead later on during the Dead set, and Billy Strings came out for a really gigantic version of Wharf Rat, and he and John Mayer got into this kind of Allman Brothers kind of dueling guitar thing. It was very reminiscent of the Allman Brothers. They had kind of harmonizing lead lines going. It was amazing. Saturday, Sturgill Simpson, who I've been a fan of, but I had never seen. I was very impressed. I appreciate, like you said about Trey, like there was a lot of respect, and there should be, for the Grateful Dead and for their catalog and their songs. I mean, there's so many amazing songs in that Dead songbook. And Sturgill did a monumental version of Morning Dew.
Oh, dude, see, I can't wait to hear that because the pipes on the Sturgill Simpson, dude. I love his voice, man. So I can't wait to hear that. That must have been
walk you out. He had kind of like Southern twang. In the morning dew, my honey. Like you could hear his Southern roots there. And I got to tell you the honest to God truth, though, from where I stood, and everybody has different experiences, so you guys might have felt differently about this. For me, Tony, the whole thing exploded and climaxed on Sunday with Trey Anastasio. First of all, during his set, his band was great. I mean, they sound great. Shout out to Hartswick too. I can't say enough good things about her. Jennifer Hartswick, she's a freaking force in nature, playing the trumpet, singing her ass off. He made a speech about Jerry Garcia, Trey Anastasio. I sent that to you, I hope, right, Tony?
Yep. Got it. About his first Dead show.
He goes, I saw the Dead in 1981 at the, ready for this, New Haven Coliseum. Damn, brother. That's a tiny little joint. Dead don't play places like that anymore. And then he just went on to talk about what Jerry means to him and how he's kind of the reason that we're all on that field. I mean, without Garcia, none of us would have been there. And he talked about that. But then when that dude came out during the second set of the Dead last night, Tony, grab a pen and jot this down. It was a 31-minute version of Scarlet Fire where him and John Mayer just kind of went face to face. Yeah. And dude, Trey was like staring into Mayer's eyes and going, all right, let's go, man. Let's go. And they were chucking it back and forth. I mean, it was like Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan, like just, you know what I mean? Playing tricks with the ball. We truly, Tony, it was euphoric, bro. It was insane. So enough of that, enough of rambling. Let's get into it, Tony. Open up that mailbag and let's look at some of the highlights of the weekend and beyond.
I also got to say, Paulie, too, as far as the Trey band set that you got, dude, you got Mozambique, which is a tune I love. I got it all.
I got it all.
Sand is one of my favorite Fish and Trey Band songs, and then you also got the song Camel Walk, which is a funky throwdown. I'm talking Camel Walk. I mean, you got so that must. But when did they come on? Like 4 o'clock, 4:30, something like that.
Let me think about this. Geez, time is a really kind of radical concept to me. I don't even know times. I'm not sure what time he came on. I don't know.
But roughly, I think roughly around 4 o'clock, and then they play, and then they go on, and then Dead Company. So you're talking probably roughly, I don't know, between 4.5 and 5 hours of just incredible music, man. Your soul is full, dude. And I'm living vicariously from all of you that went, man, because then I had a lot of my dear close friends that I would seen a ton of music with were all there, and they were texting me too. And it was just thank you all for sharing the experience with me, because man, you guys were very lucky to get that weekend in.
Tony, I think you're kind of leaving out what I thought was the high point of the Trey set, a song he's never played before. He might never play this again.
Right.
Where I mentioned he gave the speech. This is Trey Anastasio now. If you don't know, he's a lead guitarist and lead voice of the band Fish. And, Fish is kind of like not an offshoot, but they're aligned with the Dead in the way they present their shows. They do 2 sets. It's like a newer generation of hippies, kind of younger hippie types going to these shows, but very similar in approach, very similar in exploration. They take it pretty far out there. So Trey, after he talked about Jerry yesterday, he goes, I'm going to try something. He goes, it's going to be really hard for me to sing, but I'm going to give it a shot. He covered Mission in the Rain by the now that's a Jerry Garcia band song that the Grateful Dead never played, or maybe they played like twice or something, but not very often. Right. And it was so heartfelt. And it's a song about the Mission District in San Francisco. If you don't know the song, it's about walking around in the Mission District, not far from where Jerry grew up. And hearing Trey Anastasio sing that, to me, I was like, God damn, this is a pretty special moment right here. I got Anastasio, kind of the next in line, singing Jerry's song in San Francisco to an adoring crowd. It was just it was special. I got to be honest. It was a special moment, Tony.
I did not see that coming, man. So when you sent me the video of that, I was like, whoa. I don't think Fish has ever played that.
No, no way.
Yeah, no. And I don't think Trey Band has ever played that either. So that was a very special thing. Also, Corinne's a super. She says, okay, I'm so seasoned. I remember Hungry Hippo's restaurant on Van Ness in the 60s. Yes, it was the start of a great variety of burgers. Right on, Corinne.
Hey, Corinne, let's go old school San Francisco real quick. We'll bat it back and forth. Tony, I think you're on board with this too. Do you remember? Now, I don't remember the Hungry Hippos. That's slightly before my time. But I was a kid in San Francisco in the 70s, and there was one of these restaurants. They're all over the place. There was one right near my house. I lived on Euclid Avenue, and over like a couple blocks away on California. Tony, do you remember the eatery called Zim's?
Dude, yes, of course. Yeah.
Zim's. My dad, we used to go eat at Zim's, man. Yeah.
Also, shout out the Lucky Penny.
Oh, dude, the penny's on the bar, bro. Penny's on the. Who's a big Lucky Penny fan? One of our old colleagues at KMBR. She was like the executive producer of the Ralph and Tom show. Jen Violet. Violet. She lived right near there. She used to. Like anytime Jen wanted to meet, she'd go, "Well, meet me at the Lucky Penny. I'll be at the Lucky Penny." I'm like, "You got it. I'm on my way." Why did that close down?
I don't know. I really don't know. Probably because of Amazon. Just blame everything on Amazon. Hang on. Paulie, breaking news, and I think it was Aaron Kask filling in for Fareed at the Robot Centaur sports desk. There it is.
Of course, you got to have at least one to show. I'd like two today if I could.
It was my dad calling, so at least it was my dad calling.
Hey, Big Ed, what's happening, man?
He's probably calling to make sure we got home safely because we drove home late last night.
Big Ed would have loved yesterday. Big Ed would have freaking loved it. I'm telling you right now, he would have loved it.
He would have loved it because we went to the Sphere in March. Remember that? And he's like, I need more. Give me more. So dude, Greg Joseph released by the San Francisco 49ers. So the starting kicker for your San Francisco 49ers for the 2025-26 season is your guy, Paulie, Jake Moody. I just wanted to give that to you. And hold on one second. There he is, Jake Moody. But I just know you wanted to get that news today on your Crispy Monday show.
Well, you got to clear beyond crispy, dude. I'm well done. I'm like extra crispy today. Give me Marky Gravy Graves, who is checking in with a. Let's see, he's got a question. Let's see what he says here. Is that why Deadheads go to every show not to miss a song? Kind of, yeah. That they haven't played in a while, or just another day to get high. Well, I'll tell you the truth, Gravy. It's a little of both now. It's a combo. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it, Tony. As I say, I'm going to keep it 100. Okay, I got to keep it 100. Yeah.
Without getting too deep into the woods here, but
No,
Paulie,
let's go into the woods. I want to go. I like it in there. Let's go.
I am a firm believer that if you've ever opened your doors of perception at a show, and then you go to another show and you choose to not use any extracurriculars, I still feel that you can open the doors of your perception based on the vibe and the energy around you. So, right? So it's like you don't need. It's an energy thing, and it's just so thick and rich, and just I can't. I'm so jealous of because Paulie, I could feel it coming from you. All of your texts, you're like, man, this is the love. You kept saying the love. I feel so much love, and I'm like, that is because yes, it's about the music, man, but it's about the people, and it's about that reciprocity that we talk about, that reciprocal vibe. And dude, like at the end of the day, what other group of, I don't know, like you're talking over 200,000 people probably in Golden Gate Park total in a weekend. And like, I mean, I don't want to jinx anything, but I haven't read anything bad happening. I haven't read anything.
I can only describe it as a love fest. I mean, it really was. And it makes me so happy because it reminded me of the older vibe at Grateful Dead shows, what I felt yesterday. It was really special. Tony, I'm out of gas. Give me the freaking give me
Did you see Winks' comment? He goes, 100% Tony. I hate opening the doors with 70,000 people standing next to me sweating balls. Give me woods and a stream.
Nothing wrong with a stream. I'll tell you the truth. If there was a stream near me last night, I would have jumped right in, and I think everybody else would have followed me like the
totally. Patrick Patton, yes, thousands of people being nice and loving is powerful. 100%. My dad said, leaving the sphere, he goes, man, he goes, if the rest of the world could be like the vibe in this show, it would be a much happier place all over the world. And I said, well, Dad, that's kind of why I see all the shows that I see. You just put it in a nutshell.
I felt that yesterday too. I had a conversation actually with a couple of guys from, I think they were from Colorado, and we were talking about like how tolerant of a city San Francisco is, and how people like nobody gives it. You can do whatever you want in San Francisco, and I love that about this town. I love that, and the feeling that was at the polo field yesterday. I was like, thank God we still have this haven where you can get together without any BS. It was just all about the love, man. I can't stress that enough. Like. And it was a great feeling to experience. Tony, mailbag time. Show the people some highlights. Get in there.
And then after the mailbag time, we're going to get Honor Stellar Design and Don Peralta after the mailbag.
And guys, just to telegraph a little bit, I promise we'll get back on track tomorrow and give you a proper show and stuff. Today, I'm just kind of rambling through the weekend because it was so special. There was a lot of magic in the air, man. And Tony's going to show you some evidence of that, hopefully very soon.
Are you kidding me? There's no. I mean, this is the show that's needed for today after 3 days.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I feel like I need permission almost because I don't want to go too deep unless you think I should.
It's we do want to recognize that the Giants had a great weekend, and we want to recognize the Niners are going into their first preseason week. Basically, they host Denver on Saturday, so it's all kind of taking shape, Paulie. And dude, if the Giants could get on fire, they would. Where are they now? They go from where do they go after this? I can't remember where they go after this.
Well, they're in Pittsburgh today.
Pittsburgh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh. So that's another series that they should win. They should win on paper. They should win that series. So we'll see, Paulie, if they can keep the vibe going. But I'm going to share. Let's just go some pictures right here. First of all, go ahead and explain, Paulie. This is you and
David Drutz. This was the old sales manager at KMBR, who was probably the best sales manager we ever had in the building. So the best thing we could do is get rid of him, I think, as soon as possible. Totally. When you're bringing in tons of revenue and the station's ranked #1, best move you can make is probably fire him. Kidding, of course, but he's no longer with KMBR. But that's my main man, David Drutz. I went to all 3 shows with him, and that picture was taken on. Escobar. Okay, brother. See you later, man. We'll be talking soon. I'll see you on 8/26.
Thank you, brother.
Always a pleasure, Escobar. And by the way, Tony, just a quick update before I go back into the photo. Where are we with the ticket sales for 8/26? I think we got a couple left, right? Is that accurate?
I think we have 10 left. I think we have 10 left out of the 45 or whatever for August 26th, our Learn with Los. And we'll go into that in greater detail tomorrow. But if you want it, but August 26th is what we're doing. Giants, Cubs. We have section 204. We have a bunch of seats in section 204 in the club level. It's going to be a great hang. We're going to go to Longbridge Pizza before the game and hang out. And it's Carlos de la Fuente is going to be with us, and it's going to be Learn with Los. Any questions you have for Los about mortgage lending, about real estate, or about life, bring it to Los, and we're going to learn with Los on the 26th. And if you go to our YouTube page at Polymax Particles, after you like and subscribe, of course, then you can click on the links, which is at the top under our bio, and it has the website where you can go and order the tickets right there, Paulie.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, Tony. So, anyway, and you can see the fog. So the first 2 nights, windy, cold. I'm talking winter gear, bro. The wind was like wham hitting us. I actually think I got windburn. I'm not even kidding you. I came home Friday night like my cheeks were red from getting pounded by the wind. Because if you're not familiar with the Polo Field location, if you're out in the East Bay or wherever, it's right near the ocean. So you had that ocean kind of salty air, boom, just hitting us in the grill. So that was Friday. Keep it moving, and that's my boy Drutzy. Shout out David Drutz. He rules.
Also, Paulie, right here. Oops, my bad. I wanted to show that Dom Peralta just put the link right on the chat. If anybody's on the chat,
I don't know how Dom is so organized today. I have no idea, because he was at all 3 shows too. I don't know how you're doing that, Dom, but well done, kid. Very nice.
Because he's a badass. That's all. So look at this poster, dude. You sent this to me, and I'm like, that is a fantastic poster. So do they have a different poster every day, Paulie? For all 3? Yeah.
I think they had one for each day, and then they had one special one that had all 3 days on it, kind of. I didn't get any gear, but that I do love that poster. I wanted you to show that with the polo field and the city behind it.
It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. And you sent me an overhead shot, and I'll try and dig it up of like the full house of the polo fields when the crowd was full house. It's like, Jesus, man. But it was controlled. Everything was like under control. It was so chill. All the videos you sent me, everything, and I'm not surprised, of course. That's what it is. But it's just so chill. I showed somebody in Tahoe, and like, God, it looks so fun and looks so relaxing. And one guy said everybody looks so relaxed. I'm like, exactly, man. That's the whole scene.
I got to tell you the truth too. It was such a special thing, Tony, to have this in San Francisco, in the neighborhood, out in the Richmond, because like the immediate blocks around that area, Golden Gate Park. I entered on 36th and Fulton, dude. The funny thing was, just 2-3 blocks away, Balboa, Geary, smooth sailing, wide open. By the way, I parked my car yesterday to walk down. I parked on Geary and I walked down. Dude, the freaking band drove right by me when I was like getting out of my car. I was like, holy yes. There's like a little moment I caught, and I whipped my phone out and filmed it, because the police escort for the guys in the dead were all going by me, all those little family shuttles with the police all over the place. It was wild. Do you have access to that, T?
I'm trying to get that right now, Paul. If you don't, is this it? Yeah, here it is. Stand by.
Check this out. Just a cool little moment here. It's wild. Hey, DC, look at this, dude. I just parked. Here comes the band. Look at this. There they go. Look at this. That's Geary. Yeah. Yeah, come, y'all.
That's Geary heading towards Ocean Beach.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha, I think they're going out to like the Great Highway and then coming in the back door kind of thing to the park. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Did they go to Louis Diner and Cliff House? Oh, wait, sorry. They're gone. Those places are gone. But dude, Louis Diner, by the way, shout out Louis Diner right there on the corner, right on the basically the edge of the earth on the West Coast, and then right next to that, Cliff House, man. I used to spend a lot of time in both buildings, but that's where they're headed. So
you know what? I got to ask I would normally never do this, but whoever the most like wealthy person is on the comment line or the PMP community, why don't you go ahead and reopen the Cliff House for me? Like I do with that ocean view. I hate that it's closed down. And by the way, hello to all of our viewers on Instagram. Hello to all of our viewers on Twitter. And then, of course, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music, we love having you. Thanks so much. And right here on YouTube as well. All right, Tony, keep the family album going. And we will get to Dom. We'll get to Stellar Design, I promise. But
real quick, since you mentioned Instagram, I'm going to just go Jay Ronimo, Mike Verdu, Fry World 16, Brian Rags, Bran Couture, OG Trini. That's Dan Ogden for the Tom Tolbert Show.
What's up, Danny Ogden?
Yeah, so those are just some of the people checking us out on Instagram. Thank you for checking us out, everybody. And we're on Instagram Live every day. We are on YouTube every day, and we are on Twitter every day. And then we also post everything, the audio versions on Spotify. TuneIn, and Apple Podcasts. So just wanted to get you that going too, Paulie. So let's share another picture from, well, we showed this earlier, but I'm going to show it again because we talked about Trey. But there they are inside that magical bus, I think, that you just showed a video of. I think that's inside that bus, Paulie, because that looks like a nice bus. And look at this smile, of course, except for Bobby, but great smiles on everybody else. And I think Trey, again, I think Trey sometimes is in awe, right? That he's part of this. He's talked about that before, just like when he asked to do those Fairly Well shows, Paul. I remember him being just like, I can't believe that I've been bestowed the honor to do this. And supposedly he locked himself in an apartment in New York City and just studied and rehearsed because he, to play that role like John Mayer has done so well for how many years is Dead and Company together now?
This is their 10th year. They've been together 10 years. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow, that's incredible. Anyways, great shot of the Weir family and Trey Anastasio. So thanks for sharing that, Paulie. Oh, hang on. We got Patty from Napa. She's a super. I'm tardy, but here. Great fun this weekend. You 3 dayers are amazing. Yes.
Patty, I'm a 3-dayer from way back. I mean, you can't do one, you can't do two. You got to go for the clean sweep, which I did. And Patty, I believe you will be featured in the family photo album thing we're going to show. So stand by, Patty. You're about to be immortalized on the PMP show. Tony, keep it moving. Yes, thank you, Bob. Hurry up and take that picture, y'all. I don't have all day.
Let me see. I'm just going to do this real quick because if I can share the screen, I will go straight to, hang on, that's inbox. Hang on. There we go. And there's Patty right there. If you can get that shot right there. Do you see that, Paulie?
With her 40F and Niner shirt on, too. Well done, Patty. Patty and Mike, too bad we never got to cross paths, but it got, Tony, each day, as you can imagine, got more and more packed. Like Friday, there was a tiny bit of room. Saturday was a freaking madhouse. What are you doing?
That was an accident. It was a total accident. But
I never got to go and give Patty a hug, but I know you were there, Patty. Hope you guys had a good time. Good move getting that pizza afterwards, too, at Longbridge.
Look at the mug on Mike, too, by the way. I love it. Great expression in his face, too. So thank you, Patty, for the shot. There you go, Paulie. You and Scarlet Fire hanging out in Golden Gate Park. How good is that?
Yeah, that was on Friday. So that's when I was sitting there like between sets and I saw Bonnie walk by. I was like, Bonnie. And I saw her looking around and I'm like, I had to get up and go give her a quick hug. So Bonnie, I'm so glad we got to cross paths. That is the very famous Scarlet Fire, the lovely newlywed Scarlet Fire. I didn't get to meet Mr. Scarlet Fire, but getting a piece of Bonnie was really cool, dude. One of our great supporters. Bonnie, pleasure to see you. And I know you had a great time based on all the texts I read and everything. I know you were feeling it. I was feeling it too. Yeah,
she had a great photo on one of our on a text where it was her and her husband sitting back to back, just in the park, waiting for everybody else to file out, and they were just chilling. Which is such a recipe that I subscribe to, that I prescribe to. Excuse me, that I'm all about waiting out the crowd, and that's what they were doing, and then just walk out at your leisure. So that's Bonnie, that's Scarlet Fire Bonnie, and she got her Scarlet Fire. So how great is that? I also want to share. This is from No Stinking Badges. And look at these photos, Paulie. This is from, so this is at a cafe that he went to before the show. And then here he is inside. Look at that crew.
That's a great looking crew. Look at my God. Bro, Badges, you look great, brother. You look great. I hope to run into you next time, too. Yeah, it's a great shot.
He's rocking the City Connect. Look at how close he was, too. Nice work getting up that close, man. Jesus, that's really, really good job. And there he is at the shows. Look at that.
That's great, man. I love it. I love it. You look good, brother. You look real good. Golden Gate Park. God damn, that was great. What a great freaking weekend. All right, Tony, keep them coming.
I showed you Stevie B's pizza, which one more time I'll show you, which is the pizza he made from Neil Donardi's dough at Longbridge Pizza. But also, I'll show you this. Look at Stevie B at Primus, getting ready to go at Primus. So there's Stevie.
The mug of Stevie B is an instant crowd pleaser. Look at this kid. I can't wait till you and I get to go face to face, brother. And you know what the funny thing is, man? Months ago, I actually had that Primus gig on my calendar. I was going to be at that show too until the Dead announced this Golden Gate Park thing. I couldn't miss that, but I would have been right there with you, man. But that's a great shot. The face of a Stevie B, dude. It's a crowd pleaser, Tony.
Totally. And then I think this. Oh, this is just. Well, I don't know if I can do this. Well, let me try. Let me try this. No.
What about all the other pictures I sent you, Big T? Why don't you show those?
I'm gonna do that in a sec. Hang on one sec. But there is okay. Shank sent me a movie too from Primus as well. Oh, here's the picture right here. This is from Shank. Look at this, dude. He put a Paulie's Punk sticker on the VIP guest of Primus sign at the Primus show.
Hey, that's what we do. That's what us punks do, man. And don't think, hey, I'm repping the punk community at the Dead shows. Believe me, dude. I carried a punk on my sleeve. Paulie's Punks, well done. Very well done.
So good, so good. And then also, wait, is that Patty was the latest super, correct? I just want to make sure I'm honoring supers. I don't want to lose that. And then Paulie, you sent me this photo right here. Look at Triple E.
Yeah, this is a great moment from Saturday. Yeah, Triple E, man. God bless this kid. We had him on the show recently. He's also the host of the Locked On Giants show, which you can catch on YouTube, and support this kid. He's a great, great guy. He's got the Lithuania shirt on from the 92 Olympics. That's badass. By the way, the Grateful Dead paid for their uniforms in 92. How did Lithuania respond? They ran out there and got themselves a freaking bronze medal, dude. Shout out to the freaking Lithuania basketball team. But anyway, yeah, this was on Saturday before the show. You can see there was still some space there. I got there really early Saturday, and Triple E and I had some nice moments. So there he is. And he was blissed out, dude. He was like, dude, this is my sixth Dead and Company show. Last night, like, he was almost like having a hard time processing everything. He was and I know the feeling. I was the same way when I first started going to shows. You can't get enough. And that's kind of where he is now. The smile of a Triple E, Tony. Fantastic.
It's a huge smile, dude. And I love that you guys connected, man, because like, I think you introduced him to the whole scene. So it's like, it's kind of, you know, like you want to talk particles, the fact that you guys met up inside the park for these shows. Cause I don't know if anything like this is going to happen again. Right. You just don't know. And if they're ever going to do something like this again, and Bobby is what, 77?
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
You know, Bobby's like Bruce, and he's just going to play until he can't play. Right. So it's like, who knows what's next? And I'm sure Den Company's going to keep on going. I'm sure John Mayer's like, hey, I'll play anytime. And how was O'Teal, by the way? Because I'm an O'Teal guy, dude.
He was amazing. And he was amazing. And speaking of O'Teal, I didn't mention this either, but Phil Lesch's son, Graham Lesch, was on stage, I believe, every night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And he, you know, what's really cool is he was playing his old man's old basses. So he had Phil Lesch. He pulled out the bass from like the Wall of Sound era. He pulled out a bass from like 1980, and he sat in each night too. So it was nice to have like a Lesch on stage with the guys in the Dead. It was pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
Paulie, looking at that set list, Out of Space yesterday, then you had Standing on the Moon, Sugar Magnolia, dude. Now, did they take a break and then come back out for Touch of Grey?
Not really, because and by the way, dude, I don't know if you guys caught this. I think Bobby shed a tear when they were taking a bow. I think he was a little bit overwhelmed because the crowd was going ape shit at the end last night. And I think when so they all did like a group bow. And then Mayer and Chimenti and O'Teal, they all kind of backed away. And then it was just Mickey and Bobby standing there together. And the crowd was giving them so much it's got to be overwhelming to feel that from that many people. And I think Bobby did. I think he shed a tear last night, which is incredibly rare to see him get emotional. But I think he did, Tony. I think the moment got to him. It was pretty special to see that.
I heard Devers grabbed everybody and brought him into his hotel room in Pittsburgh and watched the show last night. That's what I heard.
He was like, guys, they're going into Sugaree. Get Wizenhunt in here, quick. Yeah, totally.
You never know. Hey, anything to help the vibe of that team, man. Devers, dude,
all kidding aside, Tony. All kidding aside, I haven't seen evidence of this yet, but I would not be surprised if I heard that Nick Bosa and Christian McCaffrey were there, because those guys have now dived into the scene. Bosa, McCaffrey. Yeah. I think Kittle too. I think he was there at the Sphere. So I would probably wager a pretty healthy bet that those guys were at one of the shows this weekend.
Speaking of the Niners being involved with music over the weekend, this guy Morgan Wallen was at Levi's over the weekend, Friday and Sunday, I believe, or Friday and Saturday. I forget which two nights, but Steve Young and Barry Bonds, he gets local people to walk out with him. So Steve Young, Barry Bonds walked out with him on the first show or the first night. And then George Kittle and Trent Williams walked out with him the second night. And I think they had the boombox. I think Kittle or Trent Williams brought out the boombox. So I love that the Niners are like diving into music, because we love the combination of music and sports. And so I love that they're doing that too. And it says, so that was on, I think Saturday night, Paulie, but I'm not sure. But I love that they're involved. And Steve Young and Barry Bonds, Have at it, dude.
Well,
Have
the
at
next night it was Kittle and Trent Williams that
Yep.
walked in with him. Keep the photos coming, Tony. I want to make sure we get as many of these up.
I think that's all I got, Paulie. That's all I got.
That I sent you. I I think no. Didn't I get
We got Neil Donardi, Drutzy, Triple E, the poster, Bonnie, and Patty. Yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We are good, and we should probably give Stellar Design some love too.
Okay.
And then maybe talk a little Giants, because I'm actually excited about what's going on. I'm actually really excited, but we can talk Stellar Design before we can do that too, Paul.
Let's talk Stellar Design, and then let's talk about the monster nap that I'm going to take shortly after I eat some lunch. It's lights out for Paulie Mack. Shout out Peter Wolf, lights out. Bless, bless, bless. Okay, Tony, you remember the track? Lights out. Blast, blast, blast. By the way, this show supports Peter Wolf and the Giles Band. Tony, I'm so glad you turned me on to that interview. And I recommend everybody go read the Peter Wolf autobiography that just came out. I talked about it on kind of a segment that fell over and died on the side of the road. We used to do this thing called Particles of Impeachment, which is, you know why we stopped doing it? We don't have enough time. Like, it just, there was, anyway, we can bring it back, but bring it back. I did mention that that I supported that book and I recommended stories about hanging with Van Morrison, Johnny Lee Hooker, like truly an amazing life. He was married to Faye Dunaway in the 70s. Told us a crazy story about how he was married to Faye Dunaway, and she and Jack Nicholson, Tony, were doing a lot of late night rehearsing. Going over the lines. And then finally, and she was married, like she's married to Peter Wolf. So finally, Peter Wolf had enough. I mean, he's a kid, he's from the Bronx, and he spent most of his life in Boston. So he's got that edge to him. And he found out like that Jack had hooked up with her. So he took like Jack Nicholson's coffee table. Apparently, there was a big pile of an unnamed substance on that table. So he picked it up, walked outside, and threw it in the pool. He just started like throwing all of Jack Nicholson's furniture in the pool because he was pissed. The guy was hooking up with his wife. Anyway, that's just a moment. Go read the book. Trust me, it's worth it. So,
and that interview with Mark Maron is fantastic that he does, that Peter Wolf did, that I sent you, Paulie. Fantastic. And then what you sent me back of Henry Rollins talking about his how he met Ozzy, dude. So by the way, Paulie and I are trading shows back and forth. I don't know how you can find that. I think it's Henry and
all you got to do is go to YouTube and just do this on a search. Go Henry Rollins Black Sabbath, and you'll find it. Like Ozzy tells the story of meeting Sabbath, meeting Ozzy. Really, really cool behind the scenes stuff.
And Paulie, who is the woman Heidi that he co-hosts with? Do you know who that is?
Yeah. That's like the woman that works in his office. Like she kind of runs the office, and she like the podcast they used to do. Heidi, this girl from his office, would give him a topic like, "Hey Henry, talk about Black Flag today," or "Hey Henry, talk about the time you met Ozzy," and then he'll just talk for like an hour. Right. And that's what that one was. Yeah, it was a really good one. I think I sent it to Don Peralta too. Big Sabbath fan. Nice. Okay, and speaking of Don Peralta, Tony, let's talk about Stellar Design, Peralta Arts and Co. I got to tell you what, Don Peralta has been like the third wheel of this show. He's been so helpful with everything we've done. He's helped us with the look, the presentation, the artwork. We can't say enough good things about Dom. And let me tell you about his company a little bit too. Stellar Design, Tony, San Francisco Bay Area based industrial design studio, which is shaping the future of product innovation. Now we got a new product launch courtesy of Stellar Design right now. Tony, let's introduce the Goha. You got me? The Goha Leaf Sweep. Sustainable plant cleaning too. It helps to keep plants healthy. They are available at several retailers in San Francisco, including the Plant Lady, Cloud Hidden, and many more, or online at www.gohaplantcare.com.
That's right, G. Oh, go ahead. You're going to spell it out. Go ahead.
Oh, what? No, sorry. Yeah, I'm absorbed in my read. Tony, I'm a professional. Please. A little space. Yeah. It's spelled GOHA plantcare.com. Check it out. In fact, the truth of the matter is, I might be wanting to get one of these bad boys. I'm really into my plants now. Yep. Tony, you come into my house, you can't help but see the plants I got lined up in the kitchen. They're all over the place. Yep. And I play Miles Davis to them. I talk to them. I'm like, "Hey, plants, how you guys doing?" In fact, I watered my plants before I left for the show yesterday, and I told them, I'm like, "Don't worry, Daddy's coming home later, but here, take your water. Go ahead." I talked to my guys. I think they like it.
Paulie, back in the day, I don't know if you remember this, but I tried to bring plants into the studio at KNBR and I got denied because you can tell when you go into a home or a room and there aren't any plants versus rooms that you walked into where there are plants. It's just a different energy.
Who is the person who got pissed about the plants at KNBR? I'm automatically getting pissed off now. How dare they disrupt us with plants?
We're talking a long time ago, but Bob Agnew was like, you're not putting plants in the studio. Who's going to water them? Then we're going to have dead plants in the studio. I said, I'll take personal responsibility. I will take care of the plants. There's no plants in the studio.
Bob Agnew didn't want to hear your hippie shit at all, dude. He didn't want to hear about it, man. Trust me. I love Bob too, but he had no time for the hippie community. He really didn't. He was like far from that. Yeah.
If we had plants in the studio, we would have done this GoHop plant care with the leaf sweep because this is the new product from Stellar.Design and from breakthrough consumer electronics like this or the Baller Cam. From consumer electronics to plant care tools, Stellar merges cutting edge tech with stunning aesthetics so your product works flawlessly and also looks amazing, Paul.
Tony, that was an amazing, seriously, compliments. That was an amazing transition, the way you picked that up. Mechanically speaking, that was very well done. Also, so founded in 2014, they guide ideas from concept to production through prototyping, testing, and launch. Tony, take it home.
Yeah, Stellar creates award-winning design with meaningful connections between people, product, and brand. Whether you're an individual with an idea, a startup, or a Fortune 500 company, Stellar offers a partnership to achieve out-of-this-world design. And dude, because it's Dom Peralta behind Stellar.Design, you see the proof is in the pudding. Everything you see on this show visually is from all the artwork is Dom Peralta. So thank you, Dom. Tip of the cap. And visit Stellar.Design and make design impact, Paul. You can contact Dominic at Stellar.Design, or give him a call or text 650-796-3144, 650-796-3144.
And by the way, I want to thank Dub City. I meant to do this about a half hour ago. I said something at the beginning of the show, Tony, pardon me, something to the effect of, hey, you guys, I promise I'll give you guys a proper show tomorrow, and I won't talk about the dead the whole time. And then I happen to look over, and Dub City goes, what are you talking about, Paulie? This is a proper show. So thank you for that. That actually did a lot for my head. It helped me with my, I don't know, my confidence to do this kind of material today. But again, Tony,
dude, we recapped, or you recapped the Dead Company shows. We talked some Devers and Giants. We broke the news. We didn't break the news, but I'm just riffing that we broke the news about Greg Joseph getting released. I mean, this is a one-stop shop. Like Low Steve is your one-stop shop for flex funding. We're the one-stop shop to get all of that in a nutshell, Paulie. So I'm very excited that you're back in action. Dom Peralta called it a crispy Monday, and yes, crispy Monday indeed. I didn't get home from Tahoe until like 1:30 last night because I'm a big fan of waiting out the traffic, and then we actually waited it out a little too long with some friends that were still there because our game got done late afternoon, and so we didn't get home late. And I know you had a late night too, Paulie, and I love that you went to all three and dove in head first. You didn't just do pinky toe in the deep end; you dove in head first.
And I submerge, bro. I go as far down as I can go, like a scuba diver. Give me a tank. I'm going so far down, you guys won't even see me. I'm going to like 20,000 fathoms or whatever they call it down there in the aquatic dictionary, because I'm going deep. I did go deep, Tony, and thank you for that. So I got a couple hours. Yes.
Sorry, I just totally out of not related to anything at all, but I wrote a note down earlier and I wrote this down yesterday, dude. Couple things. First of all, just tip of the cap. We lost Lonnie Anderson yesterday, right? Yeah, Lonnie Anderson passed yesterday, and you want to talk. Remember we talked about Phoebe Cates and the influence Phoebe Cates had on a lot of people. I think Lonnie Anderson had a certain influence on a lot of people. And then also, Paulie, did you happen to see? You probably didn't, but Camilo Duvall's first appearance with the Yankees. Did you hear about that?
No, but time out. Hold that 1 second, because it's funny you bring this up. I can't wait. Because my buddy Drutzy, who I showed earlier today, he's got the USF hat on, sales manager, very successful. Can't stay. You got to get rid of him, fire him, that kind of guy. He and I were talking, Doval, because he's a big Giants fan. And I was like, he goes, what do you think of the Doval thing? And I go, this is exactly what I said. And I didn't see what happened. I was kind of disconnected this weekend, kids. I got to be honest. I saw a few innings yesterday, but that was it. I'll get back on track today. And I can't tell you how much I look forward to getting on my back with the clicker, watching Verlander in Pittsburgh. And I mean, I'm going to be dozing in and out. I mean, it's going to be a glorious thing today. But Because I need it, bro. I really do. I need it bad. I just need some sleep. That's all.
Yeah.
But I was talking to Drutzy and I said, you know what, man? Camilo Doval has no idea how good he had it in San Francisco. One of the turnoffs I had with him, and this might be like too nitpicky for some, but his demeanor always kind of turned me off, that he was so kind of, he seemed disconnected from the intensity of baseball. Sometimes it's like, bro, get your head in this. And like you said, if he fumbled around with the first hitter, the whole thing would go straight to hell.
Yeah, he was probably 2-run lead for the Yankees. 2-run lead. Doval blows the 2-run lead for the Yankees on Friday. New York Post the next morning, front page New York Post with a picture of Doval. Can we get a refund?
What? Perfect. Welcome to New York, kid. Welcome to New York. See, that's exactly what I told Drutzy. I said, he has no idea what he's gotten into and what's going to happen to him. Because in San Francisco, the fans are very supportive and they don't really turn on their own unless something like really dramatic happens. Like I remember they turned on Benito Santiago at one point. Like they turned on him, but it's rare. In New York, you blow one game, you got 50,000 people unleashing unholy hell on you.
Well, I was looking for Nicky Turturro online. I couldn't find anything. I wanted a reaction.
He said he yelled so much on Saturday he threw his back out. He injured himself. I swear, I almost put it in Mailbag, but I was like, you know what? It's going to be too crazy today. But yeah, he went effing insane and he injured himself yelling. And he's like, I can't yell no more. I got to stop yelling. But
we should try and find that, or I'll try and find it today and get in bookmarks for tomorrow, Paulie. And also, another great, while we celebrate Robbie Ray's outing on Friday night, and while we celebrate Wiz and Hunt's outing and Devers and Jung Hoo Lee yesterday.
I think Robbie Ray was Saturday, T, or am I wrong? I think
Robbie Ray was Friday. Robbie Ray was Friday.
Okay, my bad. Okay, go ahead. See, I don't know what's going on. Yeah,
Robbie Ray won on Friday. He went 7 strong. Dude. Anybody that's given me 7, I just want to just tip the cap and say,
Tony, seven innings in 2025 is like the equivalent of a complete game in this era. Like that's you go 7, you might as well get a CG at this point, you know?
Totally. Yeah. Robbie Ray has been the most consistent pitcher for the Giants behind, Logan Webb's next to him, but Robbie Ray
has been a little sketchy lately. Logan Webb's been he's had some rough outings recently.
Yeah, I'm hearing rumblings of a little bit of a dead arm. That he's dealing with right now. So I don't know if they want to maybe skip a start for him or something, but I'm just hearing rumblings of that.
That's not a clinical term, so explain dead arm to the non-pitchers, which would be me.
Like fatigue and just you're not finishing. Like your arm is tired, and so you don't finish all your breaking.
Can you throw fastballs, or can you not throw like the junk? Like what does it affect?
You can throw fastballs, but you definitely are not throwing at your high end velocity, and you're also not breaking things off the way you should be because your arm is just tired, man. You are just tired. So we'll see. No damage though, no damage. So I think you might need a little rest. But Paulie, I want to celebrate Blake Snell's return off the IL. Gives up 2 bombs and loses. So double guns to Blake Snell. I hope that happens to you every single start. And I don't mean to go negative on this wonderful crispy Monday.
Let's go negative. Let's attack him. Let's jump all over that guy. I'll say it for you. F Snell. You got me? F Snell, F Shohei with his buddy in jail, F all of that. And F, I'm telling you right now, let me go back to the Camilo Doval thing. That is going to be a disaster in New York because he's not ready. He's not built for that, dude. He's never had an angry mob of his own fans attacking him. And then, like you said, the New York media, I mean, they'll slice them to pieces. So you got to be tough, dude. It is a pressure cooker. And as Chuck D said famously, dude, you get on the big stage in New York City. If you don't have like an armor suit on, you're going to get burned. You're going to get burned in New York. It's a really tough place to play. And I don't think Camilo's built for it. I just don't.
Agreed, Paulie. And Sanchi, I love what you're saying. He says Jung Hoo Lee's helmet and swing seemed adjusted in New York. He was on base all weekend. Sanchi, we're trying to develop a chin strap for Jung Hoo Lee as we speak, and that'll be the prototype. But we're going to have a PMP chin strap that we're going to try and market to MLB. And if it's successful MLB, then we'll go down to college, then we'll go down to high school, then we'll go down to youth baseball.
Yeah,
And
that's a chin strap. You know what I mean? We could all retire. We'll build like a PMP island somewhere. We can all get together, have like play volleyball, listen to the Dead. We'll have cookouts and stuff. We'll just have our own little scene. Because I'm ready. I'm ready to drop out, Tony. Every time I go see the Dead, I'm like, who's got the nearest bus I can just climb on and just keep going?
Hey, I have a question for you, Paulie. Would Mark Cannizzaro be a good guy to talk to about Camilo adjusting to New York? Would he be something to?
Phenomenal call. Let me reach out. It's a great call. See if we can get him this week. Thank you for that, because I need help. I need a lot of assistance. Real quick, NorCal Refrigeration, a quick question. He goes, how's Mahomes looking so far in camp? I'm so glad you asked. No, I really am, because I'll tell you why. Speaking of bookmarks, tomorrow, I stuck something in bookmarks this morning. Let me just tell you this. I found a tweet online where a guy put up Brock Purdy stats last 2 seasons next to Mahomes stats last 2 seasons. I'll just leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. Nice surprise coming for you guys tomorrow. We're gonna throw God's gift to quarterbacking Patrick Mahomes, the Muppet, up against Brock Purdy, and you guys can take a look for yourself. You tell me how great Mahomes is once you see the numbers compared to our own guy, Brock Purdy. All right, Tony, we're going to take it home now. And by the way, last thing. No, I'm done. It's over. Today, it's over, Johnny. It's over, Johnny. I want to say thank you to Scarlet Fire, because I saw that very clever riff. She goes, little Allman Brothers riff here. She goes, they call it Crispy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad.
Nice.
I saw that. Tuesday is just as bad. I saw that. Phenomenal.
Hey, by the way, congrats to doing the Freestone Pizzas, and I hope that they had a great gig yesterday out at Rancho Nicasio. And I hope Ray Goodman had a good gig on Friday night. And Ray, we'll keep talking about your September 5th birthday gig as well.
Here we go. Now I got more. I'm trying to get out of here, but now I got to throw one more thing on the pile. I heard through the grapevine, Tony, that Jake Peavy played with Graham Lesh Saturday night after the Dead show. They were doing these late night shows. Graham Lesh, that's Phil's son. And he had Steven Stills, dude, with him on Thursday night. Freaking Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Steven Stills sat in with Graham Lesh. And then, Saturday I heard Jake Peavy was on stage with him too. So it was great. There was so much great music all over the Bay Area. It was one of those spectacular San Francisco weekends. And again, the vibe was straight out of like 1987, dude. It felt so good at the Polo Field yesterday. Bonnie, great seeing you. All of you guys, everybody who I saw, Neil Denardi, phenomenal. And thank you, of course, Longbridge Pizza on the way out, Tony. 2347 3rd Street. That South City kind of respect and passion for the craft. That's what he brings to it every day. And I'm so glad I got to hang with him just for a couple of minutes yesterday. You will join the Vibe Tribe too. You get down to Longbridge, you'll see what we're talking about. Tony, they are closed today, but back at it on Tuesday. I saw you had something. Go ahead, buddy.
Well, I was going to say, who's going to nap harder today, you or Neil? I mean, like, he's gonna have a nap off. And also, Paul, I just want to say,
I think I'm gonna win. I'm gonna be like the freaking Tom Brady of napping, dude. I'm like undefeated. Yeah.
But also, hey, the Valkyries are home on Wednesday night. If you're going to the game, go to Longbridge beforehand. The Lumineers are at Chase tomorrow night. If you're going to the show, go to Longbridge beforehand. Giants are back in town on Friday. They're hosting the Nationals. And also there's at the Harmonic Brewing, they're doing a big party there. The Harmonic Jam on Friday as well in Thrive City. If you're going to that, go to Longbridge before or after. Those are just a few of the events going on around Longbridge Pizza and in the Dog Patch. And just, even if there's nothing going on, again, I've said this many times, just go hang in the Dog Patch. That is a great San Francisco hood. And it's like, I don't know. It's a neighborhood. I feel like that's like North Beach kind of. It's hanging on to a lot of the history of San Francisco. There's some of the oldest buildings in San Francisco are down in the Dog Patch, man. And I can't say enough about it. That's all, Paulie. And then get a nice ice cold beer while you're there, because the Neil's got great taste in beer, and they're all local breweries. So support the Vibe Tribe. Support Longbridge Pizza, 2347 3rd Street in the Dog Patch, Paulie.
Thank you, Tony, very much. And also, of course, our great friend, Don Peralta. I mean, he's one of us really at this point. And I just want to shout out Stellar Design and, of course, Peralta Arts. You visit stellar.design, make design impact, because Stellar creates award-winning design with meaningful connections between people. Dom's big on that. He's all about the connections. And that's one of the reasons why we love him. Check him out or email him, contact him, Dominic@stellar.design, or just pick up the phone, text them, call them, whatever you want to do. 650-796-3144. That's Don Peralta with Stellar Design and Peralta Arts. He is a stud. I know he's working on something, that Ozzy Osbourne kind of tribute, and we'll get that up as soon as he finishes. No rush, Dom. Do your thing, but whenever you're done,
Also,
we'll
I just want to mention the baller cam. There's a new invention for Stellar.design, and also that Go Hop plant care, the leaf sweeper that we just showed on the show a few minutes ago. Dom is up to really good things. And by the way, Dom just said, talk about like particles and joining forces. He said that he brought Longbridge Pizza to his cousins on Saturday, and they all loved it. So that's Dom from Stellar.design and Longbridge Pizza coming together. Worlds are colliding, Jerry.
Yeah, so, Jerry, I got to tell you, my Jersey crew that's on board today, Rags, Winks, Brian on Instagram. I'll tell you this: those guys are like pizza. You got listen when you live in Jersey, New York, you're going to be eating some of the best pizza in the United States, and they're tough critics. Like you got to flip a great pie to keep guys like that happy. But I'll tell you this, Rags, Winks, Brian, I will proudly take you to Longbridge because I know you guys are going to freaking love it. In other words, like I'm proud to turn you guys on when you come to town. You'll see. You'll freaking see. Oh, final word from Dom. Dom says, I also have a dead 60th commemorative in the works. Dom, thank you. I can't wait to see that bad boy. Can't wait.
Hey, Paulie, I also on Instagram, because we're on Instagram Live as well. I just went over there and I saw a new name I haven't seen before. I just want to welcome F. Dodger to the show.
That's my kind of guy. That's my kind of guy. Yeah.
F. Dodger. Hey, Blake Smell, give up a couple more bombs next outing, you punk. I'm not.
Can I be really? I'll hold back. I was going to say something really mean, but I'm going to hold back today. I'll try to be a little respectful. I'm going to try to keep some of that good golden Grateful Dead vibe instead of lashing out. But I almost lashed out at Snell on a personal level. I decided to be a gentleman and reel it back in, Tony.
Pelican fly. Come on, Pelican.
I'm going to fly right now. Look at me. I got my flippers out. I'm flapping. Tony, thanks.
Good for you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for holding me up today. I'm going to let Keith Richards have the final word today. Where is he? Where's Keith? Here he is.
And there's other guys that just burst in your dressing room and say, where's the dope?
There's other guys, Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Soccer Bowl. Thank you, John. Hey, John Joseph, what's up, brother? Haven't seen you today. Good to see your name flying by. Tom Peralta, Winks, Rags, Patty from Napa, Leah Phillips, Joe Schmo, Lily Merchant. You guys know how we feel about you. Corinne, we love all of y'all. Patty from Napa, thank you guys so much. Low Steve, one more. Over under a poll. 100 bucks. You know what, Lowe's? I hope you're right. I can't make any promises, but I hope you're right. And I hope like the freaking landscaping crew next door doesn't come rolling up with their leaf blowers. Because I'll come out. I mean, dude, I'll come out with the robe. I'll start yelling at fools. I got to have some quiet today. I'll go earplugs if I have to. Thank you, Low Steve.
Speaking of Low Steve, Paulie, that picture of Low Steve with what was it? Brock Purdy's pops, was it?
That was badass. I saw that last night at about 2 a.m. I saw that. Yeah.
That was cool. So Low Steve, I'll have to tell you that story tomorrow. Paulie, if I can have Diamond Dave dismiss the class, I would like to do so if you don't mind.
Class dismissed.
That kind of sounds like Mickey Hart on drums last night. Whoa, that whole kind of drone thing he was doing. Shout out Mickey Hart, dude, getting it done. Mickey Hart getting it done, bringing the groove, bringing the rhythm, making all of us happy. Low Steve, thanks so much, man. Thank all of you guys very much for being here today and every other day. We'll be back tomorrow, Tony, 11 a.m. Hopefully I'll be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but I'm not making any promises. Go Verlander in Pittsburgh. Tony, I hope you get some rest today too, Mr. Tahoe Man. They call him Tahoe Man. All right, I hope you guys enjoy. I just made that one up for you. You guys enjoy. Tony, I'm out of here. The Sandman's calling me. Peace, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace, everybody.